everyone, this video is on the solar partial eclipse, that's also a new moon in Cancer, which happens on the north node of the moon on the 13th of July 2018 at 3:47 in the morning, and that's based on London, UK time. Okay, so this is kind of a complicated event. So first of all, let me break it down into the different parts. It's a new moon. So a new moon is when the sun and the moon sit together, they conjunct each other, and the moon recharges its batteries. It's totally black and it pulls in energy. So in this case, it's pulling in Cancer energy, nurturing, loving, family-oriented energy. The second thing is that it's a partial solar eclipse. So usually a new moon is just totally black and we don't really see it. But in this case, it obscures the sun a little bit. So the new moon process is interrupted. So the effects of this new moon last for 6 months because of that interruption. Now, this is also a supermoon. So it's going to be closer to the Earth than the moon usually is, so it has a stronger effect on us, so more nurturing, more caring, more creative, spiritual healing coming in via Cancer. And it's on the north node of the moon, which means that it's going to pull energy in, Cancer energy, but it's going to affect our leaders in particular. And I looked at this before, and I really looked at this and I said, this is a wonderful thing, because Cancer energy is really about the family and about human dignity and worth and seeing everyone as a person and not an object and a thing. And, you know, we've seen some turmoil in our political landscape recently. And for Cancer energy to enter any kind of leader means that immediately there's compassion for the poor, the starving, the uneducated. There's a desire to love people who have been traumatized or hurt. There's a desire to make the vulnerable safe and to protect them. It's all of the things that a decent, caring person would do. The only thing, and I didn't mention this in the monthly, the only thing that I'm concerned about, and Cancers will know more about this than I do, in a sense, is that I feel that Cancer sometimes has the tendency to say, this is my family unit and these are the people I care and love about, and I'm going to protect them and shield them from any harm, but we're a family and you're a stranger, stay out. And if that's the case, then that's not so good, because then leaders would tighten immigration rules and say, this is our country, we don't want you in here. And we've seen a lot of that as well, and it's this current climate of seeing ourselves as different and pitting ourselves, us versus them. We're in a very, it's great because everything is becoming heightened, everything is becoming more dramatic and divided. So it's this current climate of seeing ourselves as different and looking for the differences rather than the similarities. And really, there is one human race and we're all the same and we are all connected, so that's the important thing. But what I find interesting is that we're in a time now where duality is so visible in the public, you know, that people are so divided, and this planet is all about duality, and duality comes from the ego, good and bad, left and right. The universe, the creator, love, that is one. And that is what we're all in. And when we start getting into the realm of left and right and good and bad, you know that you're in ego territory, because it's only the ego that splits things into two and makes you choose. So the fact that the world is the way it is now, the ego is really, really coming to the fore. And I really feel that for the first time, we're seeing it. And we really have the potential as a race to smash the ego down a little bit and realize that it doesn't have our best interests at heart, and to overcome that and to have a greater spiritual insight. because the ego wouldn't be here if it weren't feeling threatened. It wouldn't be so loud in the world right now if it wasn't worried that we are kind of going in the right direction. And I really feel we are going in the right direction. The backlash to the situation that we've got now is going to be great unity in response to this great divide that we've got now. And that's what the backlash is, and that's going to be a great backlash. So this is actually an opportunity to learn. And if the borders do go up, or if leaders decide to extend the olive branch and become more caring towards one another, either way, it's going to lead to us in the long term looking at each other as human beings and part of the same thing. Now, if you look at what's opposing this new moon, you've got Pluto at 20 degrees in Capricorn. So there's an opposition there, and the new moon is going to pull in all this energy. And remember, it's at 20 degrees. 1 and 2 is a relationship. Pluto is about transformation and change. Relationship, 20 degrees, and it's in Capricorn. So the new moon and the fact that it's pulling in all this caring energy into you and into all the leaders and everyone on the planet means that our relationships are going to change over the next 6 months. The relationships will work themselves out. Some good ones will come in. Some really surprising and miraculous good ones will come in. And magically, some of the negative people in your life will fall away and will drop out. It is in Capricorn, so you may have to do a little bit of work on this, but I really feel that the work is you just vibrating at this loving frequency, which is about I care about people and I do the right thing and I have values. And that's, if you are strong and secure in that, in yourself, then people who don't have your best interest at heart, they can't stand that. They can't be around that. So they'll fall by the wayside. Now there is a semi-square between the new moon and Venus in Virgo at 3 degrees. So Venus is the planet of love and beauty. In Virgo, she's very headmistressy. She loves to balance her checkbook. She loves number crunching. She loves organizing things. She loves making sure everything is symmetrical and everything is in order. She likes to know that if she is going on holiday for 7 days, that she has at least 10 days worth of clothing in case something happens, and 10 pairs of socks, and everything has to be in order. It's at 3 degrees, which is about communication and expressing yourself. Virgo is about taking info in and learning. But then the 3 degrees is about creating and expressing what you've learned. So this is not only a time for the leaders becoming more compassionate. This is about you also tapping into your intuitive side, tapping into the higher realms, spirituality, downloading creative information, which you need to create your masterpiece, your novel, the book that you want to write. And Venus, the creative planet at 3 degrees, allows you to express what you want to express. So this is really, again, it gives you a couple of options. Some people are really going to find that their relationships are transformed. Other people find that their thinking is transformed and they become much more creative and they have time to now actually get things down on paper. There's another opposition with Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is the part of the chart where the ego really tries to sabotage you. And it really just tries to tell you that you're not good enough, or it fills you with fear and self-doubt. In this case, it says, well, you know, you've worked at relationships in the past and they haven't worked out, so why would they work out now? Don't kid yourself, don't bother. It's at 27 degrees. 27 is 9. 9 is about spirituality and completion. So if you do have that negative voice, if you're someone who's single and you want to be in a relationship, and as soon as you think that, you get that horrible voice of the ego which says, you're 50 years old, there's no chance that you're going to find someone else, you've had your chance and it's over. then the only way I know of dealing with that is meditation, connecting with your higher self, with the creator, because then you will feel the unconditional love from the universe, regardless of your age. And when you feel that for yourself, you exude that energy and you attract people to you. Remember also that Pluto at 20 degrees in Capricorn in your 7th house of relationships is all about making you a magnet and drawing people to you. So don't let your negative head spoil this. It's going to be a really good chance to transform your relationships. I'm just looking at any other kind of aspects it makes. There is a trine with Neptune at 16 degrees in Pisces. 16 becomes 7. Neptune is the planet of dreams and imagination. 7 in numerology is the mind and creativity, and Pisces is about spirituality and creativity and healing. That creates a grand trine in the chart, but Neptune isn't included in it. Uranus is included in it. Uranus in Taurus at 2 degrees, Saturn in Capricorn at 4 degrees, and Venus in Virgo at 3 degrees. So the big talent that you're going to get out of this new moon is an ability to really cement an unconventional relationship, to make it solid and secure, and to express your love for that person. So it's a wonderful day to get married. It's a wonderful day to make a commitment or to propose to someone, because you will maintain this chart, and it's a chart of loving the other person. And it's a wonderful day to make something big happen in your relationship, because you'll have that energy then of this day throughout your relationship, because you'll always have this as your birth chart, so to speak, of your relationship. The other side of this is that you can really work hard to express yourself in a creative way, especially unique and unusual ideas that you have downloaded from Spirit and that you want to share with the world. So this is what I get in terms of the energy for this new moon. I hope it gives you an idea of what you're working with and how you can use this energy. But really, I'm thrilled about this because it means so many good things in terms of the way we treat each other and what we're going to experience personally in relationships, as well as being creative and expressive. It really blesses all of us, whether we're super creative and talented or not, to do something in those areas which help us improve and make us better. So it's a really wonderful time. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. In my private readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. I combine all three. So the way I combine the numbers with the astrology here, combine all three in your personal readings. To draw up your birth charts, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can rectify your chart to work out your time of birth. So email me if you want to have your chart rectified, and I'll tell you what information I need so that we can get that done. Once I have your astrology chart, it's literally a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your talents are when it comes to work, where you've been in a past lifetime, your most recent past lifetime, what you're here for in this lifetime, what you're trying to achieve, what's destined for you in money, love, health, relationships, family, spiritual progress, career, and also what's coming up in each of those areas. I use the progress charts and the transits as well as the tarot for that. And if you have questions about moving or where the best place to move to would be, I can also answer that via the astrocartography. So if you're interested in any of that, then please do get in touch with me for a private reading. I hope this gives you an insight into this eclipse, which is wonderful as far as I can see it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon.